Success is not something that falls from the sky. It is not a lottery ticket you win, and it is not luck showing up at your doorstep one day with a gift. Success is the result of daily actions, consistent effort, and the habits you build when nobody is watching. Most people wait for the perfect time to start chasing their dreams, but here's the truth. There is no perfect time. The best time to begin is right now. The choices you make today will either push you closer to your goals or pull you further away. In this world of endless distractions, people are constantly searching for shortcuts, hacks, and easy roads. But the real secret lies in simple habits that compound over time. Habits that may look small today, but eventually transform your entire life. The successful people you admire, entrepreneurs, athletes, leaders, or creators, did not get there by chance. They built habits that gave them focus, strength, and resilience, while most people were busy wasting time. Today, I want to share with you 5 secret habits that, if you start practicing right now, will change your future. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when life feels easier. Right now, because if you wait, you will only delay your own success. These habits are the foundation of greatness, and they are available to anyone who is willing to commit. So let's break down the first few of these powerful secrets and see how they can reshape your life starting today. Secret habit 1. Wake up before the world. There is something magical about the early morning hours. The world is quiet, distractions are minimal, and your mind is fresh. Waking up early is not about punishing yourself with less sleep. It's about creating more intentional time before the noise of the day begins. When you wake up before the world, you give yourself a head start that most people will never take advantage of. Imagine this. While others are still sleeping, you're already moving your body, reading something that fuels your growth, or planning your day with clarity. By the time the rest of the world begins, you've already won half the battle. This habit builds discipline, and discipline is the cornerstone of success. Think about great athletes, CEOs, and military leaders. Almost all of them emphasize waking up early. Why? Because it trains your mind to do what is hard, not what is easy. Success never comes to those who only act when they feel comfortable. It comes to those who push themselves even when it's inconvenient. If you want success, start by owning your morning. Don't waste the first hours of the day scrolling on your phone or lying in bed. Use that sacred time to build yourself. Read, work out, meditate, or write down your goals. This one habit alone will separate you from 90 of the people around you. Secret habit 2. Guard your mind. We live in an era where your attention is under attack 24/7. Social media, television, negative people, toxic news, it all competes to control the way you think. If you're not intentional about what you allow into your mind, you'll be filled with fear, doubt, and distraction. And a distracted mind can never build a focused life. Guarding your mind means being ruthless about your mental diet. Just like your body becomes what you feed it, your mind becomes what you consume. If you constantly watch content that makes you angry, compare yourself to others, or fill your head with meaningless noise, you will never have the clarity or confidence to chase success. Instead, feed your mind with inspiration and knowledge. Read books that challenge your thinking. Listen to podcasts that fuel your growth. Surround yourself with people who talk about ideas, not gossip. Choose mentors, whether in person or online, who push you to rise higher. Guarding your mind also means practicing silence. Take time every day to step away from noise and reflect. Journal your thoughts. Meditate. Pray. Allow your mind to breathe. This simple habit builds resilience and creativity because it clears space for powerful ideas to grow. The truth is, most people fail not because they aren't smart or capable, but because they allow negativity to live rent-free in their heads. Don't let that be you. If you want success, protect your mind like a fortress, because what you think repeatedly will eventually become your reality. Secret habit 3. Work when it's hard, not when it's easy. Everyone loves working when they feel motivated. Everyone loves showing up when life is comfortable. But the real difference between ordinary and extraordinary people is this. Extraordinary people keep working when it's hard. They push forward when they are tired, when they feel doubt, and when things aren't going their way. Think about the times in your life when you wanted to quit. Maybe it was late at night when you were exhausted. Maybe it was after failing an exam or losing money in a business. Maybe it was when people laughed at your dream. In those moments, most people stop. They say, "I'll try again later." But successful people, they keep moving. They keep building. They refuse to stop just because it's uncomfortable. If you want to change your life, build the habit of showing up when it's hard. Don't rely on motivation. It will fade. Instead, rely on discipline. Discipline is doing the work you said you would do, even when you don't feel like it. For example, if you're building a business, there will be days when sales don't come. Work anyway. If you're working out, there will be mornings when your body feels heavy. Train anyway. If you're studying, there will be nights when your brain feels foggy. Read anyway. Every time you show up when it's hard, you are rewiring your brain. You're telling yourself, "I can trust me." And when you trust yourself, your confidence grows. That confidence will fuel every other area of your life. Secret habit 4. Prioritize your health like it's your wealth. There is a simple truth most people ignore until it's too late. Your body is the engine that carries your dreams. You cannot live your best life. You cannot run your business. You cannot create your art. And you cannot chase your goals if your body is constantly breaking down. Success is built on energy, focus, and stamina. And all of that comes from your health. Think about it. What good is all the money in the world if you're too sick to enjoy it? What good is achieving your goals if you can't breathe without medication? If you can't sleep without pills? Or if your body is so weak that every day feels like a battle? This is why prioritizing your health is not optional. It is a habit you must start today if you want long-term success. Start small, but be consistent. Move your body daily. You don't need an expensive gym membership or hours of complicated training. A simple 30-minute walk, a run in the morning, push-ups at home. These can transform your energy. Fuel your body with real food. Cut down on processed junk that steals your strength. Drink water like your life depends on it, because it does. Sleep like it's sacred, because your brain cannot function without proper rest. When you take care of your health, everything else becomes easier. You think clearer. You work harder. You recover faster. You radiate energy, and people notice it. Success is not just about intelligence or ambition. It's about stamina. The ones who last the longest win. There's a reason why some entrepreneurs, athletes, and leaders seem unstoppable. It's because they treat their health as an investment, not an afterthought. So if you want to succeed, build this habit now. Eat cleaner, move daily, sleep deeply. Your future self will thank you. Secret habit 5. Take massive action. Stop waiting for perfect. Here's the final habit, and it's the one that separates dreamers from doers. If you want success, you must build the habit of taking massive action. Imperfect, messy, relentless action. Most people wait their entire lives for the perfect time. They tell themselves, "I'll start my business when I save enough money. I'll write my book when I feel inspired. I'll chase my dream when the timing feels right." And guess what? That time never comes. Perfection is the greatest enemy of progress. You don't need the perfect plan, you need to start. Success does not come from waiting. It comes from moving, failing, adjusting, and moving again. Every successful person you admire began before they were ready. They took risks. They made mistakes. They looked foolish at times, but they kept going. And because they kept going, they won. Think about Thomas Edison. He failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Think about Steve Jobs. He was fired from his own company before returning to build Apple into a giant. Think about Oprah. She was told she wasn't fit for television. Imagine if these people had waited until everything was perfect. The world would have missed out on their greatness. Taking massive action also builds momentum. When you take one step, it becomes easier to take the next. When you start building, doors open. Opportunities appear. People notice your effort. But none of that happens if you're standing still, paralyzed by fear. So here's the truth. The habit of taking action is the most powerful success habit you can build. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting. Stop comparing yourself to others. Just move. Start the business. Write the book. Post the video. Apply for the job. Take the first step today, and the road will reveal itself as you walk. Bringing it all together now, let's connect all 5 habits. Imagine a version of you that wakes up before the world, owns your mornings, and begins each day with clarity and energy. Imagine guarding your mind like a fortress, feeding it with wisdom and positivity instead of garbage. Imagine working with discipline even when life is hard, refusing to quit when everyone else does. Imagine treating your health like your most valuable asset, fueling your body and mind for long-term greatness. And finally, imagine taking massive, imperfect action every single day instead of waiting for perfect conditions. If you live this way, success will no longer be a question. It will be a result, because these habits build momentum, and momentum builds destiny. The truth is, most people know what they should do. They've heard advice, read quotes, and even set goals, but they don't follow through. Why? Because they underestimate the power of small habits repeated daily. They think success comes from one big breakthrough. But success is built in silence, in small actions repeated when nobody's watching. When you commit to these 5 habits, you create a life where breakthroughs become inevitable. You stop waiting for motivation. You stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. You build success every single day with the way you live. If you start these 5 habits today, you will look back months from now and barely recognize yourself. You will be stronger, sharper, healthier, more confident, and closer to your dreams than you ever imagined. The question is not whether these habits work. The question is whether you will start. Because every day you wait, you are falling behind. But every day you commit, you are building momentum that cannot be stopped. So don't just listen. Don't just nod and say that was inspiring. Do it. Start now. The world is waiting for the best version of you to show up. And the moment you decide to live by these 5 habits, success will not just be possible, it will be inevitable.